Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Roxanne Akeem. If you are new here, welcome. Please subscribe. If you are an old subscriber, please go ahead and comment, be like, hey girl, and I'm gonna be like, hey girl, what's up, right back? Okay, so as you can see, I have a makeup tutorial for you guys for Valentine's Day. I have my eyebrows and primer and foundation on my face. I am currently using Fenty foundation in the shade 450. It is a tad bit too dark, but that's what I have, so that's what I will be working with for this video. Getting started, I'm going to start off with priming my eyes using my L'Oreal concealer, and this is in the shade 415. Now, taking my Take Me Back to Brazil palette by BH Cosmetics, I'm going to take that beautiful angelic pink shade right there, and I'm going to apply that to my crease area using a medium-sized Sense brush. Now, I am not a professional makeup artist, so I don't have all the fancy names for the different brushes, but I am using a medium-sized Sense brush to apply it to my crease, and I am tapping it in. I also did attempt to wash my brushes prior to filming, so if the colors don't look as bold and vibrant, my brushes were still a little wet, and I didn't really get the color that I really wanted from this palette. Taking the same BH Cosmetic palette, I am now going to take that beautiful purple shade right there and apply it to the outer corner of my eyes, and this is going to act as my second transition color. I am now using a small dense brush, and I'm patting it into the outer corner, and then I'm going to work my way into the middle of my crease. Listen, there are quite a few makeup rules, and there are 3 makeup rules that I live by. 1, whatever you do, please do not be stingy with your eyeshadow. Do not be stingy with your eyeshadow. Go back into it as many times as you need to build up the color. That's the only way your eyeshadow is going to be poppin'. Okay? 2, never ever ever use black on your eyebrows. I better not see it. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. And 3, blend for your life. If you think you blended enough, you didn't. Go back and blend again. Sis, if you're not new to this and you're true to this, then you already know that you got to go back in with that first shade. You got to go back in with that first shade and build it back up again, because when you have a second shade, sometimes it takes away from the first shade and you have to go back up to make it blend very seamlessly. So that's what you're going to see me do here. I'm going to go back in with both the purple and the pink shade. Now that it's blended to my liking, sis, let me go ahead and put you on to this e.l.f. concealer. Okay, if you don't have any type of eyeshadow primer, this e.l.f. concealer can act as an eyeshadow primer, and it works beautifully. It dries down extremely fast, and it's very, very matte, and this is in the shade Light Sand. But hey, you ain't hear it from me. Don't say I ain't try to put you on. I'm just going to go ahead and point it out before you do, sis, because listen, I already know, I can clearly see that the concealer is not as even as I would like it to be, but that's okay. The makeup look still comes out bomb.com. As I stated, I am not a professional makeup artist. I just do my makeup on my own, and I just want to share this makeup look with you guys, and hopefully you guys can learn from my channel. But yeah, so now that I have the concealer on, I really love my eyes. It reminds me of the PowerPoints. You know, back in the days how we used to do PowerPoints and used to have all those different type of gradient themes. I love how the diagonal of the concealer, and it makes my eyes look like a gradient theme effect. I don't know, it's really cute. I like it. I'm just gonna have to bring you all the way back in time. We're just gonna have to go back in ancient time with this palette right here. This is a BH Cosmetic Holy Bible palette. If anybody knows me, they know that I live by this palette. This is my holy grail right here. So this shade that I'm taking here is a soft metallic blush pink shade, and I am using a small flat makeup brush to apply it right over the concealer there, and I'm going to pat it on. Going back into my purple shade, I'm going to reapply it again to the outer corners of my eyes, just in case the color got lost. I am using the same brushes for everything. So now I'm going to take the same exact brush that I used to apply the pink shade, my very first shade, and I'm going to apply it right there, right in between the purple shade and where the shimmer shade meets. And just look how beautiful that looks. It just makes it have a nice seamless gradient effect, and it just flows so beautifully. The colors just go together. So moving on to the face, we are going to conceal. I am using Milani's Longwear Concealer in the shade Deep Tan, and that's in the number 165. And again, this is a drugstore. You can get it from your local Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, whatever. And I'm just going to add this to my T-zone area, underneath my eyes, my Cupid's bow, chin, my nose, and my forehead. Taking my e.l.f. concealer in the shade Dark Cocoa, and I'm just going to conceal in the areas that you see here. You remember my 3 makeup rules? The last one was to blend for your lives. Okay, cool. That's this step right here. So taking a damp beauty blender, I'm going to blend out the concealer in my T-zone area, and sis, I am going to blend for my life. I'm going to blend it into my skin. So this is the part for the wedding. I'm going to marry the concealer and the contour together. So using my contour brush, I'm going to blend upward to blend in the contour into my concealer. Now taking my Real Technique buffering brush, I'm going to set my concealed areas using my MAC Studio Fix Plus powder foundation in the shade NW46. And I'm just going to tap that into all the concealed areas. I am not sweeping it, I am tapping it and pressing it into the skin. Sis, I think it's safe to say that everybody has this setting powder. That's right, that's the Sacha Buttercup setting powder. I have had this for years, and quite frankly, I'm a tad bit over it, but hey, that's what I have, and that's what's left of it. Barely little to anything. And of course, you already know I'm going to apply that to the areas that's needed, the areas that are concealed. Taking the same damp beauty blender, I'm going to set my setting powder, and what you want to do is you want to make sure you tap off the excess, or do this step right here, what I'm doing here. That's to make sure that you don't have any fallout. And I do like to go over my eyebrows as well, just to set my eyebrows just a little bit, but a tad bit of what's left of it. This is another makeup hack that you guys can do if you don't set your eyebrows. I highly recommend that you start setting your eyebrows like yesterday. So depending on the look, I don't like to excessively bake. I just use just enough just so I can press the setting powder right into the skin, and that way it's just easier to manage and I'm not ghost faced. So now taking my Morphe palette in the shade 8D, I'm going to take the contour shade and the last bronzer shade and mix them together, because this contour palette is actually too dark for my face. I really wanted to purchase the Morphe 8R palette, but I purchased the 8D. And I mixed the bronzer and the contour shade together, and I'm just going to contour underneath my cheeks and around the perimeter of my face. But back again. All right, so back in the same Morphe palette, I'm going to take those 2 bronzer shades and we are going to start bronzing. Bronzing will make your entire makeup look. So if you're confused on where bronzer goes, bronzer will go right in between where the concealer and the contour shade meets. So again, your entire face is like a gradient effect. You have the contour shade on the bottom, right over that you have your bronzer, over that you have your blush, and then you have your concealed shades. So we are going to bronze in the same areas where we contoured, our cheekbone area, our forehead, and our jawline. If you don't currently bronze, sis, what is you doing? Bronzing will make your makeup game. It will take your makeup look to a whole nother level. It brings the warmth back into your face, and it just pretty much, for me, it just brings it all together. It just makes you look snatched. As you can clearly see, like my face is getting snatched to the gourds right now. Okay, so make sure you bronze and get you that Morphe palette, but you ain't hear it from me. Alright, so moving on, we are now going to reverse contour. I love reverse contouring. It really just snatches my entire face together, okay? So using the same Damp Beauty Blender and the Sacha Buttercup setting powder, we are going to set right underneath my contour. And basically this cleans up the contour, and like I said before, it snatches your face to the gourds. And you are trying to be snatched to the gourds, right? Okay, that's what I thought. So almost immediately I began to start wiping it off or pressing it into the skin. So using a fluffy brush, and I do believe I have a little bit of the MAC Studio Fix Plus foundation powder on there on the shade NW46 to help set it. I am just wiping off any excess setting powder and blending it right into my skin. Now I'm going to apply my blush. I'm going to put on a great big smile and right there to the apples of my cheeks. I'm going to use the same Morphe palette, and I use the 2 blush shades in the very first bronzer shade, and I mix all those 3 colors together, and this is going to be my blush. And I'm going to apply it to the apples of my cheek, my forehead, and my jawline. Alright, so moving on to the lips, but before I do that, I'm just going to have to zoom in really quickly because I'm going to need you guys to take this all in right now. Look at how well blended and skin-like my skin looks. My face is beat to the gods. It is well blended. If you have made it this far, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel and turn your bell notifications on, because clearly this channel is shapopping, okay? So on my lips, I'm using Wet n Wild Simmer Brown pencil to outline my lips, and this is the same exact pencil that I actually use to do my eyebrows. I'm not using any particular brand for this lip gloss. I actually purchased this lip gloss from Ross. I like the shade. It's a nice soft blush pink, which I thought would go beautiful with this overall color. And then I'm going to pair it with another glitter lip gloss that I purchased from my local beauty supply store. This is the final look. I hope you guys like and enjoyed this video. Please comment, like, and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.